Hi. Yeah, I really like live videos, but I'm gonna do these recordings. I'm on this journey. I want to figure things out, and I want to figure out who I am. I want to help people figure out who they are, and I have a lot of information and a lot of knowledge up till now, but I'm always digging and I'm always gonna learn. I'm always gonna find out more. So this right here is The Gene Keys by Richard Rudd. And I want to make it my goal to get through this whole thing in a very, very thoughtful way. And there's certain things that you need to know before you watch other videos. So this is something that I found based on human design. And human design is really, really amazing. But this is, to me, this more in-depth knowledge of what human design is trying to communicate. These are the Gene Keys. It's based on the I Ching. I don't know anything about anything. I just know that this is like such a good read and it's so well written, and it just like will trigger thoughts and emotions and excitement within you when you connect with the information. So in the Gene Keys themselves, and there's 64 of them, you will read just like this really quick blurb right here. I'm gonna show you. There is it's backwards, eh? Anyway, you have the gift, the shadow, and the siddhi. And the siddhi is like the epiphany of it all. It's like this glorious, wonderful place to be within the Gene Key. It's like if you're there, then life is pretty stellar, okay? The shadow is obviously how we experience something in like the depths of, not knowing. And the gift is, like pretty much in line with the siddhi. Is what is it that, I guess more like physically you will experience, I suppose. And really, I don't know, I'm just making this up in a way, but there's the siddhi, the gift, and the shadow. And we know that the gift is good, we know the shadow is bad, and the siddhi is like awesome. So also when you're reading in these chapters, you'll find every single section has a repressive nature within the key or a reactive nature within the key. So what are you experiencing when you're repressing the key? What would you be experiencing if you're in reaction all the time? So I just really like the way it breaks things down. I want to say it simplifies it, but it doesn't. Like, it's just really when you're really ready to dive in and get to know yourself, this is going to make a whole lot of sense to you. So what I did was months ago, I bought this book and I was comparing it to my human design. So of course I was looking at my top two, both in personality and design, so my incarnation cross, and I was reading what this had to say about my top two numbers in human design. And when I read it, I was like, oh, this is why I'm experiencing these things over and over and over again, because I just don't get it. I'm not getting to the place where this is not important to me anymore, because I'm not using it for what it is, I'm abusing it, okay? And maybe I'll get into that in another video, but when I read this, it just immediately connected and clicked. Now I get to observe. Now I'm an observer of the experiences that happen around me. And of course, I'm not perfect and I'm always learning and I'm always going to learn, but just having that little bit of understanding of who I am and what I was experiencing really brought me a lot of ease and peace and excitement for my journey and excitement for the future. Instead of fear, instead of questioning all the time, it's literally like, oh, I get to sit now with myself and really start to figure things out. Okay, so there's that. Yeah, so I'm going to make it my mission to talk about each and every one of these sections one at a time, in depth or superficial, I don't know. It's just going to be what it's going to be. And obviously, I'm not a professional here, but this is legitimately something that means so much to me. And already when I talk to people, this is kind of who I am. I like to talk to people. I like to talk through what they're going through, their challenges. I like to help people out. Always my friends, you know, even like just everybody. So as I'm going through this, and even just the little bit that I've read so far is so helpful. So helpful. So I hope what I've said so far explains what I'm, you know, what this is and what I'll be reading, because I don't want to introduce that every single time, every single video. I just really want you to have the basis, fundamental knowledge to what it is that this is. And then, yeah, like, apply it. Like, this will make your life make so much sense. Like, this will make your life make so much sense, which is like the coolest, okay? Because, I mean, stuff happens, bad stuff happens, you know, whether you acknowledge it or not, whether it is obvious, overt, bad stuff. That's what life is. It's experiencing. So, yeah. I keep thinking, like, maybe there are people out there that just haven't experienced much at all. That, like, they're the ones that are walking around and everything is fun and happy and everything is working out for them. And, yeah, like, they're not challenged at all. Like, there are no challenges in their life. And I'm like, that literally doesn't exist. There is nobody on this planet that does not have a challenge in their life. It's like impossible, right? So even myself, I like catch myself like thinking the weirdest things. I'm like, how is it that I just think that everybody else has this amazing life, or there are people that have this amazing life, and like I just have like to struggle. I have extra struggle that makes no sense. And I know it's not true. And if you're watching this, you know that's not true. You know that you're not trying to chase somebody else's life, that other people, they may struggle less, they may struggle more, but everybody struggles. So start looking at the people who are struggling less and wondering why and how and what. Because this is honestly, I think as humanity grows, we have to get there together. I don't want to be there alone. You shouldn't want to be there alone. The people who are there are really, they're trying to help others. They're like, come on, let's go. So I'm just saying that, you know, in the past couple years, really questioning my life, my decisions, why I'm struggling, why I'm challenging, has been really eye-opening. And the first piece of advice that I got, getting off topic, the first piece of advice that I got was I was in my head and I needed to be in my heart. And honestly, had that person known how to tell me more or get me into my heart more, they would have. But that was brilliant advice, and also took me a long time to understand. So if I can save anyone else the time and the heartache and the anything, getting out of your head and getting into your heart is worth it. Point blank. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first Gene Key. I've already read it. I've already read the first two. I'm so excited. The first one is actually part of My Human Design, which, wow, like made me feel so good. I'll see you there.